Winners, let the pros show you how to make money. General Manager Al DeMarco, a regular contributor on Fox Sports, MSNBC, and Comcast Sports TV, brings over 25 years of handicapping experience to the table. CEO Steve Budin, the author of Bets, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, is the man responsible for creating the online betting industry. Together, they lead the world's largest online sports handicapping community, your #1 source for winners.
First Sunday of the NFL season, plenty of money to be made, but only if you bet wisely. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin, and this, again, is the Countdown to Kickoff program, the only nationally televised show where every single NFL game is broke down from a point spread perspective. I've been a professional sports handicapper for over 25 years, but before then, I spent 8 years as a reporter. So I used the experience I gained covering teams, being on the field, in the locker room, around players, coaches, managers. That all factors into how I analyze games. Steve Budin, of course, other side of the fence, literally former bookmaker, the son of a bookmaker, and this is the guy who created what you now know as the offshore sports betting industry. So you have a totally different take of the games that we're going to break them down today.
Right, so what you do, Al, is what most handicappers do. They utilize their opinion. Now, yours is better than most, but what I do is nothing like that. I use my sources. These are syndicates and betting crews that I have access to that no one else has access to. One of those crews, the Baltimore crew, we're going to go to them early. Their name for me is synonymous with winning. Their name for me is synonymous with the NFL. They're coming out with a 50-dime play. It's a big play to start the year, and how great is it to finally be able to look at your wife and say, sorry, honey, no going to the mall today. Football's back. Sorry, honey, can't watch the kids today. Thank God Almighty, football is back.
And in Steve's case, that means his wife is going to the mall ASAP anyway because she doesn't want to be around them. But listen, we're going to get right to it in a couple minutes. We're going to have Trace Adams, another veteran handicapper who's been with us for over 20 years, one of the best in the business, joining us via video conference to break down some of his key free selections as he does every single week. First game on the docket, though, Chicago and Indianapolis. Last year, the Bears were rolling 7-3. They had won 5 straight games. Cutler gets hurt. Forte gets hurt. The season destructs. This season, playing in what I think is the best division in football with the Packers and the Lions, these 3 teams are going to beat each other up, but I think the Bears have a great shot at getting into the playoffs. I think Lovie Smith has a championship contender here, and I think that this number is just a joke at 9.5, 10 points. And Steve, I know the one thing that I've always found, week 1 of the season is you play the favorites. More often than not, they're going to come in because, listen, guys, the odds makers are clueless. They know no more about these games and what to expect because preseason is worthless than you or I, so you have value. If this was a week 4 game, Chicago was laying 13 points at home. Week 1 game, 9.5, 10. I love the Bears.
Well, this is a season filled with high expectations for rookie quarterbacks. We look at Andrew Luck, and he's had a great preseason, like what he did against the Steelers, went down twice for a touchdown against their first-string defense. But let me tell you something. There's a difference between the defense that you see in the preseason and when Lovie Smith brings his veteran club and all the different ways that he hides his blitzing. That's going to spell trouble for Luck. I'm with you. I like Chicago here as well.
And listen, you got a Colts team, yes, they have Luck, but they have huge turnover. 30 new players on the 53-man roster from a year ago. And the problem with with Indianapolis is they're not going to be able to run the ball, and they're not going to be able to pressure opposing quarterbacks and also stop opposing ground games. Luck is going to be in a lot of 3rd and longs, and that's going to be the key for Julius Peppers and everybody just to come and unload on them. I think it's a double-digit blowout, one of the easiest games on the board.
I agree.
New Orleans and Washington, finally, the Saints get to move slightly past Bounty Gate, slightly past the suspensions of Sean Payton, etc. Focus on a game. Here, I think you're getting tremendous value again with the home favorite, again because of the rookie quarterback scenario you just brought up.
Yeah, I also agree, also because the Saints have had a bad offseason, let's face it. Bounty Gate, they lost their head coach, but to me, sometimes this motivates a club to play actually better. When you get a team like the Saints that are good to start with, then you give them a little chip chip on their shoulder. You can expect big things from them. Drew Brees, obviously, coming back. He's an elite quarterback. I like New Orleans here, too.
And don't get me wrong, I like RG3 a lot, but let's face it, Drew Brees, RG3, first game, NFL debut, on the road.
Tough task.
Superdome, loud place to play, even if you're a veteran quarterback. And keep in mind, Saints last year at home, regular and postseason combined, 9-0, straight up and against the spread. Average winning margin, 42-19. I think you're going to see a repeat performance of that type of score.
How many times do you think you're going to be able to lay less than double digits with the Saints this year? Not that many times.
No, so you have to jump on them early. New England and Tennessee, one of the tougher games, I think, on the board here because you just don't know what you're getting with the Titans. Going with Jake Locker instead of Matt Hasselbeck, I think that's a smart move. You got Chris Johnson, who last year was so ineffective after the big year 2 seasons ago. Last year held out, this year in training camp, had a good preseason. This Patriots team we saw in the Super Bowl couldn't stop the run, couldn't put pressure on Eli Manning. They've got to be able to put some pressure on Jake Locker making his first NFL start. We know what we're going to get with the Patriots. They've won 8 consecutive openers straight up. Tom Brady is 28-13 ATS as a road favorite. But 5.5, 6 points, Steve, I'm telling you, this is one of those games that just says back off.
Yeah, well, you're watching the Patriots now for the last 3 years, and I don't think if you're going to all of a sudden expect their defense to show up. They're going to do what they continue to do year in and year out, and that's try to outscore their opponents. That's why the over always looks so good with them. One thing you need to do week 1 is keep it simple. Don't try to overanalyze everything. I like the over here with New England. That seems to be a lock.
Well, the Patriots have gone over in 28 of their last 38 games as well coming into this contest. So, I mean, I can see certainly a lot of points being scored for the Patriots. I don't know if I agree with you, though, because I just don't know if Tennessee is going to be able to put points on the board to make this an overplay. Minnesota-Jacksonville, the great unknown with the Vikings. You just don't know what you're going to get here. I mean, listen, you got Adrian Peterson. Is he going to play? Is he going to be healthy? How is he going to be effective or not? Coming off the knee surgery for Jacksonville, you've got a second-year quarterback in Blaine Gabbert, who was nothing to brag about in his rookie season. You got Maurice Jones-Drew coming in after the holdout. You don't know what he's going to do. A dog of a game, especially when you consider Minnesota was 3-13 last year.
No, I agree. At the end of the day, I mean, Adrian Peterson, knee injury, comes back. He may play great, may not play that well. Maurice Jones-Drew, I mean, obviously, he's a much better running back, but he held out. So is he ready to go? I have no idea. This is a game that, you know, it's so hard to pick because you have 2 teams that you really don't care about. They're really not going to be there anytime at the end of the season. So, you know, I'm going to pass on this game. I mean, on the side, I like under because, to me, these teams can't score.
Interesting. Okay, under. Hey, guys, listen, I want to tell you, you can save $20 off a single purchase today by using this coupon code when prompted in your shopping cart. And it's a real easy one, guys, as I make sure I give you the right code. It is 20OPEN, 20OPEN, no space between the number or the word 20OPEN. Enter it when prompted in your shopping cart. You'll save $20 off a single purchase today. We're going to take a quick break and back with Trace Adams.